Hello everybody and welcome to the Nightlight Film Society at Home. Today we will be presenting Billy Woodberry's Bless Their Little Hearts.
Charlie, thought you made more money than this.
Baby,
This 1983 film came from the Black UCLA School of Filmmaking, or the L.A Rebellion, which saw numerous young black filmmakers completing movies that were startling, immediate. Films like Killer of Sheep or Bush Mama. They presented a side of black American life that few in Hollywood would dare to portray. The trauma of Vietnam on a generation of black men, as well as the hard living of poverty, commingled with a sense of warmth and humor that came from these filmmakers knowing these stories very well. The story of Bless Their Little Hearts actually came from Charles Burnett, who is probably the most well-known of any of the L.A Rebellion filmmakers. He'd actually come up with the narrative of a man named Charlie with a bunch of odd jobs, who really struggles to make ends meet and struggles to fulfill his family's needs. Builds this elaborate network of coping mechanisms to keep from really having to deal with that sense of failure that kind of is overriding. Charles Burnett's story was, really existential and really more about the spiritual crisis. What Billy Woodberry brought to it in the filmmaking was the domestic struggles. He fleshed out the world, and in doing so, he grounded this story so it became less about the existential struggles and more about the reality of being this kind of guy, or living with this kind of guy. The movie is very much focused on the story of his wife. The movie takes place on the West Coast, but the sense of place isn't really important. What matters is this story could be anywhere in America. That's really what makes it so moving, because there's that almost generality to it. It's almost anonymous in a way, because that's the sort of life he lives, just going from one place to another. Charles Burnett's kids actually play Charlie's kids in the movie, and their little interactions with each other, with the parents, it's all very naturalistic. Nate Hardman, who plays Charlie, he wasn't really a working actor. He, in fact, hasn't been in any film since Bless Their Little Hearts, but his work here is phenomenal. Like I said before, it's all very naturalistic, which is really great. This film and many other films of the L.A. Rebellion are on the Criterion channel, so if you have a membership, definitely check them out. So thank you again, and you guys enjoy.